Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm I'm a very happy man at the moment, because it's about 10 after 4 on the 28th. I was struggling like all heck to try to get this thing to work, and basically what ended up happening was if you go into TerraTerm, because I was having an issue with TerraTerm, I couldn't figure out why I wasn't able to send via X modem. And I went to a cable that I knew that I had done a recovery on in the past. So I was like, well, I don't know what the deal is, so I'm just gonna do it. I went on, I got downloaded a trial version of Secure CRT, just to try it out. I've seen a bunch of other people use it. It's like $140 for a license. It's ridiculous for just some terminal emulation software. But anyway, basically what I did was I went to various sites, and everybody kept on saying you want to move your comm speed to 115,200. Well, I did that, and it would sit. It wouldn't do anything. So I was like, well, what's going on? I can't figure it out. For over an hour, I'm like, WTF, man. And so finally I was like, I wonder if I just slowed the speed down. And sure enough, I slowed the speed down and it kicked off right away. So I'm in the process of letting it do its thing, and like you see, it's going to take probably 40 minutes or so for it to do its thing. And I figure as long as it's up and it's not doing anything, it should say X modem copied successfully whenever it does, so that when I get up in the morning, it'll just be a matter of, flipping it over. So I'm hoping here. It's not quite as fast as I would hope it would be, but at this point, I'm just tired and I don't want to deal with sitting there putzing around with it. For the longest time, I thought it was actually going to be a hardware issue, and I was going to have to replace the flash. But playing around with the flash, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm in the iOS, I'm in the bootloader, what's up? I couldn't get it. So finally I just I started going through, troubleshooting. That's what troubleshooting's all about. You got to start going through, and just a matter of, step by step. Okay, that's not working. Okay, go back to what you know does work, and you know that it's going to do this. Excuse me. You know that it's where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought. Troubleshooting is figuring out what does work and then figuring out what doesn't work. So the high speed doesn't work, and so you start tapering it back down to what you know will work. So it's a 9.5 meg, 9.25 meg file for the iOS. So as soon as I'm done doing it, I'm going to do an X modem copy from one switch to another once I get it all situated. And you know what? I might just stay up till it's done, because quite frankly, I don't want to sit there and go to bed and go, I hope it works, and then spend half the day tomorrow trying to troubleshoot it. So, because I have a lot of other stuff I need to take care of. I've got a live event that I'm having with you all tomorrow. So, or actually in 16 hours from now, because it's a little after 4 in the morning. So, like I just mentioned, that's something that I'm looking forward to. That's going to be cool. I'm probably not going to go into anything deep like this, iOS recovery, but as far as I'm concerned, this is what you guys need to know how to do. So, it's one of those things where if you know how to do it, great. If you don't know how to do it, you're going to struggle like me. And here I am. I'm finally figured it out and able to, okay, this is what I did, and this is what I did to fix it. And it's going at, it's 3 kilobytes per second, so it's going at about 25k a second. Yeah, it's a slow speed connection. It's a serial connection crossover. It's a console cable that it's going to transfer it across. But you know what? I've learned a couple lessons doing this, and now I know that when I want to do an iOS upgrade, copy TFTP flash is not what I want to do. Do a copy X modem, to change the set it up that way, and away it'll go. Just make sure you delete the iOS before you do it, and make sure you have a console cable in case something fails. So, but yeah, it's working right now. I'm a happy man. It's a little too late to start studying because I don't want to get engrossed in that and then, you know, stuff like that. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Everything hopefully will work out, and we'll go from there. I will continue to shoot videos. I have a Linux final exam this weekend that I have to, not an exam, but it's a project. I have to get a couple of computers together in my VMware environment, and I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that, but I will definitely figure something out. And then once I do, it'll be good to get that situated, because quite frankly, I don't exactly know how I'm going to do it, but once I have IP addresses, I should be able to ping, and I think it'll just be a matter of getting the syntax down, doing file transfers and stuff like that, and it might be a lot easier than what I'm thinking it might be, but then again, it might be a pain in the other end. So, if you guys have any questions for me or need any help, I'm usually really easy to get a hold of via email. It comes right to my cell phone. So, if you guys have a problem with something where you need some sort of assistance, feel free to give me a shout. It's if I'm too busy to help you at the moment, I won't respond. But I will respond as quickly as I can and go from there. So, like I was saying, there's gonna be there's gonna be a couple instances in the near future where I will do some, especially when I go into the switch stuff. I'm not gonna just stop at ICND1 or ICND2. I'm gonna probably dive headlong, and you guys will be getting CCNA and CCNP level material pretty much out of the gate. Because what I'm doing right now is I'm going through INE's layer 2 section, and by going through their layer 2 section, it walks you through everything you're going to need to know about layer 2 and switching. So I know all the topics that I need to go in there and dive into. So what I'm going to end up doing is exactly that. I'm going to go in layer 2, VTP, VLANs, routed ports, that type of stuff. I'm going to go through that. And then once I've gone through it, it'll be a matter of me talking about it. There's only one thing I don't have the access to do, and that's private VLANs. But I'm thinking there's something I wanted to say. But I'll probably do some sort of rack rental just to practice the commands, because it's going to be one of those things where I need to know how to do it. And rack rentals aren't cheap, so it'll probably be a good idea for me to go in and configure it, delete it all out, then reconfigure it a couple times, go through it a few times with different VLANs and different appropriations, just so I have a feel for how it works. Because eventually I'm going to have to buy a 3560 and go that route. Because quite frankly, I don't feel comfortable taking exams and not having that experience. Because if a question pops up, I'll be like, oh, I've seen that before. This is what I did. Stuff like that. So that's basically where it sits. So you guys will be getting the full brunt of everything I'm doing. Faststone recording. You guys probably can't see the red light flashing, but I paid the license fee for it, so it's just a matter of recording videos and going along with that. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be kind of cool, and going from there. So beyond that, I'm not going to make you guys sit here and wait with me while I watch this happen, because it'll be 5 by the time this gets done. And it'll be I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately, and I'm probably gonna go to bed early tomorrow night as soon as I'm done with the stub lab. But as soon as I'm done doing the walkthrough, because actually I have to test that too while I'm sitting here, I'm gonna set up Google Plus and do a test run and see if it's actually gonna work, and go from there. See if I can actually log in, and because I want you guys to be able to do it if you're up for it, because I'll put up a Packet Tracer users group, and I will once that's done, I'll be able to show you guys how it's done, and go through that topology, which shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it should be pretty straightforward, and stuff like that. So other than that, I hope you guys are gonna show up tomorrow, well, at 8 o'clock tonight, and I hope it's gonna be a good deal. I'm thinking it will be. Hopefully by that time all my switches will be back up and running, and we'll be good to go, and we'll be able to go from there. I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.